I was raised on a farm, so we only had like 3 television channels. I don't really remember the first movie I saw. I loved what films did. I would constantly, go to the back of the VHSs and the address for, Universal Pictures or MGM would be on there, and I'd just start writing to the studios asking them if I could be in there, in a movie. And that's more what I remember, yeah. I don't remember my first audition really well. I just remember that I didn't do very well. I think the phrase was after you sucked pond water. That's a ridiculous phrase, but I moved to Arizona when I was 14 to live with my mother, and I always wanted to be an actor, but being in Arizona, I was only a state away. I'd been flying from Arizona to Los Angeles for 2 or 3 years for auditions. Yeah, by myself. I'd get out of school and I'd fly into Burbank Airport. I'd get in a taxi cab. I'd go to the audition. I'd taxi back. I found out I didn't get it, and then the whole while I'm back on Southwest, flying back to Arizona and go to school the next day. And well, I was 17, 18, and I'd skipped my junior year prom to be this extra. And then by my senior year, when prom was to go on, I was out in Malta filming Troy. It was funny because, the character Patroclus, I'd see little things, references to him being a poet, and so I'd go up to Wolfgang and Brad the next day and I'd be like, well, maybe instead of this shot, maybe you could just have me on that hilltop over there, just kind of writing a little bit. And they're just, yeah, that's a good idea. Then after, Troy, I went on to go do Friday Night Lights, the football film. I played football for just a year in Minnesota and then a year in Arizona. But I don't know, I was never really, I don't think I was ever the starter. I played like defensive end. I was always on defense, so I wasn't the glorious position. I wasn't the ball carrier. I wasn't the quarterback. I wasn't the one making the touchdown. So I think that's where, what draws me to certain different roles are the extremities. I mean, doing something completely different. I don't feel during the day that I'm the same person, on Wednesday as I am on Monday, and our minds change, our ideas change, our opinions change constantly. I've been signed on the road since 2007 or so, and I remember reading the book in high school, and I went online and looked, and it said Francis Ford Coppola is directing this, and I was like, man, I'll never get a chance at this. And we're halfway through filming, I still can't believe I'm a part of it. I auditioned in like March of '07, and then I'd found out on my birthday in September that I'd gotten it. I'd had to land in Chicago for a layover, and when I got to Chicago, my dad called and he sang me all of Happy Birthday. And then I land in LA, and I get another call from home in Minnesota, and it was, it was news telling me that my father had, dropped of a heart attack after he got off the phone with me. So it's just like, I called him up in the hospital and I said, you can't do this, it's my birthday. And he goes, I know, son. And I said, and I just got on the road. He's like, that's great, son. So it was, a weird balance of, when there's a great amount of good, it can also be evened out by a great amount of sort of bad in a way. And so I sat down with lunch with Jeff Bridges, and sorry about this. If it was a car, it'd be out the window, just phones and gadgets and stuff. I'm not good with them. I don't appreciate them the way others do. It's like, for me, when somebody gets a new car and they're so worried about that scratch, that first scratch, but after that, everything's fine. I just said, everything to me in life is like the second scratch.